Today, I'm going to show you how to make Feelings Buddy. You have the option to make Feelings Buddy before sessions and use the same Feelings Buddy with each of your clients, or you can make a Feelings Buddy with your clients, which is very fun. Feelings Buddy is a feelings identification check-in. I recommend to do this at the start of each session. It's great to see how your clients are feeling each week. You can grant access to your client to enter this Google slide with you during session, and they can move the various facial features into Feelings Buddy, and you can further process some of how they're feeling and maybe what makes them feel that way. Something that's really helpful in child therapy is to project or externalize what the child is experiencing onto another object. It provides this safe enough distance for a child to be able to safely express and explore what it is that they are encountering. So for Feelings Buddy, it is them that ultimately is experiencing the feeling, making it a bit easier to talk about versus expressing that this is how the client is feeling. It might feel a little too much, too close, and be harder to express. You want to change the share settings first. So when you go into share, you want to change the link information to anyone with the link. And you want to change viewer access to editor access. You can then copy this link and send it in the chat box to your client. Your client would then be able to enter into this slide with you and then can move the facial features around. And this is how you create it. So first, you want to open up a new Google Slides presentation. I usually highlight these text boxes and just delete them. So I highlight it until it's highlighted blue on the outside and just press delete. I'm going to start by inserting various shapes to create whatever animal I want to create. In my example, I created a bear, so I'm going to create a bear again. Making a bear out of circles was very easy to make, but use your creative liberties. So I picked a circle. I'm going to create this shape and size of the circle that I want. I'm going to go back to insert more shapes. Do this again. If I want something of the same exact size and shape, then I'll just copy it. You can right click and copy, or you can use your keyboard to copy. And then I'm going to paste by right clicking, or you can use your keyboard. Move them around. Now let's say you want these shapes to be behind the head. You then right click, you go to order. You can either bring images forward, backwards, or to the very front or the very back. So right now it's only a double layer. It wouldn't matter if you say send backward or send to back, it's the same. But if you have multiple layers, if you want it just to be sent back one, you hit send backward. If you want it all the way to the back, then you hit send to back. So I'll just send backward, again, right click, order, send backward. Okay, then I'm going to add a body. So I'm going to insert shape. I'm going to change the order. I'm going to go to insert again, shape. So your client can just put a bunch of different shapes together and create whatever they want. Okay, I'm going to copy from my keyboard. I'm going to paste again. Paste again. And then you can move them around however you would like for them to sit. If you want to change the color of your Feelings Buddy, you highlight, go right here to this paint can, and you can choose whatever color you want. And then for the body, for this one specifically, I then just inserted another shape and I laid it on top. Going to change the color of this, and I'm going to bring the head to the front. Okay, I'm then going to insert a nose. You can choose to find noses that you want to put on your feelings buddy. Completely up to you, however you want to use this. If you want to rotate this around, you take this little circle right here, and then you rotate it and move it around. And I'm going to change the color of this. And there we go. That's our feelings buddy. You can add accessories if you want. I added some bamboo to mine. So I went to insert, image, search the web. I just looked up bamboo clip art. I usually look up clip art when I'm trying to find things for my Google Slides. Gives it a little extra child-friendly look. So then I just take what I want, I drag it onto the slide and resize. The next thing I'm going to add are the facial features. You can look up cartoon eyes and mouth. And you can pick whatever you want. I found this to be the easiest because there were so many awesome facial features that we could use. I'm going to take this and drag it onto the slide. This next part is a bit tedious. So while there is a wonderful selection of facial features to use, it's going to take a bit to make sure that you have all of these separated, because as it comes right now, it is a full picture. So you're not going to be able to take each individual eyeball or mouth and move it onto the feelings buddy. This is something I would recommend that you do, just because it's a very tedious process. And I'm going to assume that many kids are not going to want to be part of that process unless they're interested in cropping it as well. But it takes a bit. So you highlight the picture, you right click, you go to crop image. You use these little black lines to guide where you would like to crop your image to. And then what I like to do to make it a little bit easier is after I have one row, I will copy that row. I go back to crop image and I will take each individual image. So now we have one. When I go to paste, I then lay this over top of the other one so I know where it goes. And then I will crop the second image. And I keep doing this process for each of the eyeballs. When I get to the next row, I do the same thing all the way to the very end. So sometimes I'll just recopy that main image and then I will continue to crop out all the other facial features. Just like that. Crop again. Okay, and then you just repeat this process for each row. Now I've noticed when we double click on these images, the whole background image pops up. So I would recommend just inform your clients to just click once. When you just click the image once, it just highlights that image. Clicking it twice shows the whole background.